We all knew that Mendeecees wasn't exactly the epitome of loyalty, but this time he was caught slipping, and there are receipts that have been leaked. DMs, a mystery woman, and a scandal so messy that even Yandy had to step in. But wait, who is this mystery woman? How did she obtain these private DMs? And more importantly, what did Yandy do when she discovered it? Because believe me, when Yandy finds out about some BS, someone is going to pay, and you already know. The internet detectives are zooming in on screenshots and connecting all the dots on social media. So, am I really playing dirty behind Yandy's back, or is there more to the story than we think? Stay locked in because we're going to break down every messy detail, and trust me, you're not prepared for this tea. Alert, alert. This man was just caught up in the most scandalous, messy, and juiciest drama of the year. And when I say caught, I mean red-handed. Trapped in his own lies. Now listen, have you ever been scrolling mindlessly when social media suddenly threw a whole scandal in your face? That's exactly what happened when a mystery woman decided it was time to reveal all about Mendeecees' private life behind Yandy's back. And when I tell you, this isn't just a small cheating scandal. Oh baby, this is a full-blown relationship exposed. You already know how the internet operates. One leak turns into a flood before we even have a chance to blink at the screenshots. This isn't new news, but this is some next-level FBI investigation type of tea, so let's break it all down. Who is this woman? Why is she exposing him now? And what does this mean for me? Voice notes, receipts, and everything else were out for the world to see, and let's just say it looks bad. Really bad. But let's go back a little bit and ask how we got here. If you know anything about Mendeecees, you know that this man already has a history of mess, from his past legal issues to the never-ending baby mama drama, to his rocky relationship with Yandy. Let's talk about this woman now, Yandy, because she didn't just say things, she also provided evidence. And by evidence, I mean screenshots that even show the iPhone battery percentage in the corner. According to her, she and Mendeecees have been talking for a minute. And by talking, I don't mean in a casual way. They spent money on weekend getaways, had late-night conversations, and exchanged texts that said, "I miss you." If you thought this was just another random woman trying to start a fight, think again. She came prepared with timestamps, dates, hotel receipts, voice messages, and the most bizarre part of all, the messages don't lie. They show Mendeecees telling this woman that he feels trapped in his marriage. Sir, you mean to tell me that the same woman who held you down while you were imprisoned, defended your name, and raised your children while you were away is the reason you feel trapped? The audacity, the nerve, and let's face it, Yandy isn't stupid. She's been in the business long enough to pick up on the nonsense. Just when we thought the scandal couldn't get messier, another woman, yes, multiple women came forward. At first, it was just one, but then the floodgates opened, and now the timeline is suddenly full of women posting their own, "Oh, he was in my DMs too" stories, and the patterns match the receipts. So the question is, was Mendeecees out there living a whole double life? This hurts because these aren't just "oops, I slipped up" DMs. Is this man really leading a secret life, or is this the deliberate attempt to damage his reputation? Now, let's get to the truth because the content of these messages is messy. They weren't just flirtatious, "hey, beautiful" texts. Instead, he was talking about future plans, trips, vacations, and promises. The way he was texting this mystery woman made it seem like he was in a completely different relationship. And the worst part, he was saying things no married man should ever say. "I feel stuck. I don't know if Yandy is truly the one. I just want to be happy again." You mean to tell me, sir, that the woman who stood by you during your incarceration and rejected other men for you isn't the one? It doesn't make sense. And as you already know, the internet is joking that Mendeecees must have lost his mind because there's no way he fumbled Yandy like this. But trust me, it gets worse. People are now pulling up old love and hip-hop clips of Mendeecees acting shady, and when I tell you the dots start connecting, it's looking bad. Let's not forget, this isn't the first time Mendeecees has been called out for his extracurricular activities. Remember when he said on national television that he wouldn't have held Yandy down if the roles were reversed? The writing was on the wall the entire time, and just when we thought it couldn't get any worse, Yandy finds out. Now, let me tell you something, Yandy isn't the type to sit back and keep quiet. She saw the leaks, she saw the messages, and when I say she was heated, you already know. If you thought part 1 was crazy, wait until you hear what happened next. What did Mies think was about to happen? Because Yandy isn't the cry quietly in the corner type. No, she's the call your phone, pull up to your location, flip the table, and ask you to say it to her face type. I promise you, it's about to go down. And let's be honest, what could Mies possibly say to explain this? The receipts aren't just conjecture, they are facts, and you already know the streets are talking. Because let me tell you, Yandy was not going to let this go unnoticed. And she didn't find out through a private investigator or a worry friend. No, she learned about it the same way we did, straight from the internet. Imagine waking up, picking up your phone, scrolling through Instagram, and suddenly your husband's secret life is trending all over the world. No matter how composed you are, that would make anyone lose their mind. Let's take a moment to talk about Yandy, because if you know her, you know she's not the type to give an emotional, tearful, "Why me?" response. No, ma'am. This woman has been in the game too long not to know how to handle a scandal. She's strategic, calculating, and most importantly, she's a businesswoman. If Mies thought he was going to embarrass her and walk away clean, he played himself. As soon as she saw the screenshots, she stopped communicating on Instagram, Twitter, shady TikTok, and all other social media. She's either crying or she's plotting, and Yandy doesn't cry. So what does she do? She calls Mies repeatedly, and guess what? He doesn't answer. Why would a man who claims to be innocent ignore his wife's calls during the biggest scandal of his life? The internet wasn't letting him breathe either. Every time he posted anything, people were tagging him and Yandy with clown emojis. One person even said, "Bro, just log out forever." Meanwhile, Yandy was working behind the scenes, and her next move left everyone stunned. Instead of responding online, she did something even better. She packed her bags. Yes, sis actually booked the flight and left on business. And where did she go? Straight to Miami. If you've been paying attention, you know Miami is where everything goes down. And guess who was in Miami at the same time? Mies's mystery woman. When the internet started connecting the dots, it was giving full FBI investigation energy. People were talking on the streets, claiming Yandy went down there to get the truth straight from the source, which makes perfect sense. Yandy isn't stupid. She knows better than to take Mies's word for it. Then, just when we thought things couldn't get messier, another set of messages leaked. But this time, they weren't from just the first woman. No, a second woman joined the chat, and this time the receipts were even worse. We're talking voicemails, FaceTime screenshots, and even Cash App transactions. Oh yes, Mies wasn't just amusing these women, he was spending money, and that's the quickest way to turn a scandal into a full-blown disaster. The internet devoured this, with people saying he was acting like Future, funding side chicks like it was a charity. And you already know who saw all of this, Yandy. When she finally spoke, she didn't go live or do a sit-down interview. No, she did something even more savage. She posted a single picture. And guess what? It showed her with a certain someone, her ex-friend. When I tell you the internet went crazy, I mean people were losing it over how she flipped the script. And this wasn't just some casual friendly link-up pic either. Let's talk about that, because if there's one thing a man like Mies can't handle, it's seeing his woman move on. He probably thought she would be devastated, but oh no. The pose was intimate, the smiles were genuine, and the caption was the real dagger. Just like that, the whole world knew Yandy was done. And now, it wasn't just the internet dragging him. His own wife was making him look foolish. His marriage is on life support. He's trending for all the wrong reasons, and the internet has already chosen their side. So what happens now? Yandy did what every man fears. She glowed up. got fly, and went out to remind everyone that she is still that girl. And of course, now that she's moved on, Mies wants to talk. Suddenly his phone works, and he's got something to say. But the real question is, does Yandy even want to hear it? Does Mies try to pull off some I'm a changed man ploy to win her back? Or is this the end of one of reality TV's most iconic couples? Oh, it's about to get even wilder because just when you think it's over, there's another twist. And just when you think things can't get messier, another bombshell drops. It turns out that Yandy unfollowing Mies was only the beginning. She didn't just hit the unfollow button. Oh no, sis went into full purge mode. She started deleting everything, old anniversary posts, cute couple goals pics, everything that once filled her timeline. You already know what that means in the world of celebrities. But don't worry, because Mies is still trying to control the damage. His PR team rushed to release a statement claiming that the DMs were misunderstood and that the so-called other woman was just an old friend. But the internet wasn't buying it, especially since it wasn't just one woman. Since this whole mess began, more women have been stepping forward, hinting that they may have had their own run-ins with Mies. Let's just say the receipts are coming out faster than he can deny them. Screenshots, voice messages, and even a blurry video circulating online showing a man who looks a lot like Mies hugging someone who definitely isn't Yandy at a club. But Yandy is playing it smart. Instead of reacting on Instagram like some might expect, she's keeping it classy. Loud and clear, she makes her first public appearance at a charity event, looking absolutely gorgeous and unbothered. The paparazzi go wild, the blogs pick it up immediately, and the rumors start flying. Meanwhile, Mies is ducking interviews, skipping public appearances, and keeping his head down. Reports say he's been begging Yandy to meet privately so he can tell this side of the story. But from what we're hearing, Yandy is not trying to hear it. Now, let's talk about this so-called other woman because she isn't fading into the background. In fact, she's stepping up her efforts, doing interviews, and hinting that there's even more tea she hasn't spilled yet. The Shave Few posted a cryptic tweet saying, "If the truth hurts, just wait till the whole truth comes out." At this point, the streets are buzzing, speculating that she might drop even more receipts. But wait, it gets worse. Remember that old interview clip of Mies saying he wouldn't stay if the roles were reversed? Well, that video has officially gone viral again. Fans are dragging him all over social media, calling him out for having so much energy when it was about Yandy possibly cheating. But now that he's the one in the hot seat, he's silent. Speaking of fans, they're not holding back. One person tweeted, "Once a cheater, always a cheater. Sis run," while another said, "This man embarrassed you publicly. Don't take him back privately." And let's not forget, this isn't the first time Mies has been caught up in drama. We've seen him in messy situations before, and Yandy has always had his back. But this time feels different. The betrayal is public, the receipts are undeniable, and Yandy is moving like she's done. Then, out of nowhere, she posts a single black screen Instagram story with a quote that reads, "A woman's intuition is never wrong." That's when Mies's mom, Mama Judy, jumps in to defend her son, saying people are blowing things out of proportion and that Mies loves his family. But fans aren't having it. Someone commented, "Girl, be serious. He's the one who got caught, not us." And there's more. Turns out Yandy and Mies have been working on a new business venture together, a couples retreat series that was supposed to launch soon. Let that sink in. It's not just some messy DMs now. We're talking about an entire marriage and their joint businesses crumbling in front of us. As for Mies, it's not looking good. The more he stays silent, the louder the receipts get. And the way Yandy is moving, she looks done, like really done. Now here's the big question. Is Yandy planning to cut Mies out of their joint businesses entirely? We need to talk about how Mies is handling this because right now, he looks guilty. Between the leaked DMs, the resurfaced club videos, and the multiple women allegedly involved, he's caught red-handed. But instead of owning up, he's avoiding everything. And that makes me wonder, Is this the end of Mendeecees and Yandy's relationship? Will Yandy finally walk away for good? Fans are practically begging her to choose herself this time. In my opinion, this is about to get even messier. We haven't seen all the receipts yet, and if Yandy is moving like she's done, Mies better start preparing for the fallout. But what do you guys think? Should Yandy leave for good? Do you think Mendeecees' excuses hold any weight, or is he just trying to clean up a mess he knows he made? If you love the tea, hit that like button and subscribe for more exclusive updates because I promise you, this drama is far from over. And let's be real, if there's one thing we know about the internet, it's that new receipts can pop up at any time. Trust me, when they do, we'll be here to break it all down for you. I have a feeling Yandy isn't done yet. She may have more to say soon, but I have to ask, do you think Yandy should cut Mendeecees off completely, or is this just another round of celebrity drama that'll blow over in a few weeks? You already know this conversation is going to get heated, so while you're here, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications because, believe me, this is only the beginning and you don't want to miss a thing. Are these so-called other women telling the truth, or are they just trying to get their moment in the spotlight? Keep your eyes on this drama because, trust me, it's only getting started.